What up, and welcome to another edition of the Staci Harris Show. And in the building today, we have my co-host. You can see him on countless movies, television, and film. We got Mr. Wesley Johnson in the building.
What up, money?
And we have my other co-host, my new co-host, who I must introduce. He is taking the place of JT Jackson. We will discuss that later. He's an actor and a comedian. We got Trey Elliott in the building.
What's happening?
And we also have sitting in You Are Stupid. You can see her on countless film and television as well. We have Miss Raquel Lee in the building. And in the building today, one of my very good friends. You can currently catch him starring on the new, when is your show air again?
It's actually airing July 19th.
July 19th, you can catch him on season 2 as one of the stars of FX Snowfall. We got Mr. Amin in the building. What's up, guys? Well, let me just address Trey being here. Trey is taking over for one of our beloved co-hosts, JT Jackson. As you all know, he has been faced with some legal trouble in the extortion case with Kevin Hart. We are not gonna bash him, and we are not gonna bash him and go into the logistics. You can Google it. But we do wish JT the best, and
I love you, Kevin.
I hate you.
And I love you, JT. I love you, Jackson, all day.
I set JT up so I can get this job. I'm playing.
All right, we support.
It's a sensitive subject.
Yeah, because we are.
It's real.
We're all squad with actually Kevin and JT in the room. We all know both of them and have known them for many years. So we just wish JT the best. Kev, you too. All right, so let's get into the show. Real quick though, everybody give me a sip one time. Let's do that. So how do y'all like my mix? This Ciroc with grapefruit. This is Ciroc peach.
You picked the wrong one.
Ciroc peach.
It's supposed to be Ciroc pineapple with grapefruit.
No sugar.
Now, you know what?
No.
I do want to try that though.
No.
No, because pineapple to me is better than peach. I actually like pineapple, the flavor.
Pineapple is good, but the peach and the grapefruit, the mix.
It's kind of a sweet,
Tangy joint, right?
yeah.
A little
Shameless plug, we like Ciroc peach. Diddy, take that.
Pineapple.
Yeah, throw that pineapple.
All Ciroc products.
Yes, we take that, Diddy. So I like to start this show off with a little word association game. Amin, you're gonna go first. I'm gonna say a word, and you say the first thing that comes to mind. Ready? Okay.
Let's go.
Hollywood.
Fake. Why do I think fake? But I think
That's the
fake.
first word.
That's the first
Go
word.
with it. Okay.
Yeah.
Black women.
Goddess.
Instagram models.
Who cares?
It's 2 words, but
That's
I like
two words, but I'll
it.
take that.
But I like it.
That's one.
But I'll take that. And love.
Everything.
Okay, so I'll get to you next. But why do you say with love? I always ask love for every guest. Why do you say everything with love?
Because I feel like it's the one word that we use to encompass a lot of things that we really know is intangible with just the word.
Mm-hmm.
But we know that it encompasses so many things that we can't really articulate. So we use the word love for a feeling that can't be held down by any bounds.
Or any word, really.
Just
Yeah.
uttering something makes no sense. So I know when someone uses that word love, what they really mean.
I like that. Okay. All right, Rock.
Okay.
First word, marriage.
Ooh, life-changing. It was 2, but I'm putting it as 1.
Money.
Damn, why it ain't 2 words? Needed.
Loyalty.
Priceless.
Love.
God.
Okay, so for marriage, you said life-changing. Why was marriage so life-changing for you?
Marriage was life-changing for me because I grew up in the industry since I was 9 years old. And all I really was exposed to was what that lifestyle was. It was fast, it's not promising. And so when I found love, and when I met my husband, I knew that this was gonna be the start of something new in my life. And honestly, since the moment I met him till today, he has completely and radically changed my life.
Why are your eyes getting watery? Shout out to her husband who's in the building right now.
Bonsoir, baby. Bonsoir.
I love it. Eyes got watery. Come on, eyes get a little drip drop. I'm not talking about them. They not dripping at all. No. Okay. So we're gonna jump into the SHS relationship dish, and this is where I talk about a lot of relationshipy type of things. This is where we fight, we brawl, we discuss, and we move on. All right? Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So in Hollywood, there are a lot of fabulous yet single black women. For instance, you have Sanaa Lathan, Regina Hall, Regina King, Tracee Ellis Ross, Taraji just got off the market, but she's 47. She was, single. Why do you think that is in this business?
That's so funny. I have to go first. Sorry, y'all.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You an actress in
I
this
was
game.
one of her. I was her 2 years ago. So here's the deal. This is really from experience, but also from what I see. What tends to happen is majority of like Hollywood it's here. Of course we're venturing out to Atlanta and like all these other places to shoot, but the core of Hollywood is right here where we are, right? So it's almost like a playground that has no rules. So what happens is these women meet great men in passing, working, whatever. But I have found that a lot of men in the entertainment industry are players. They have a lot of women at their feet.
But these white women in Hollywood get married every week.
But very much so. But I'm really speaking about a black actor.
That's what I'm saying, but you see what I'm saying? So I'm saying, why don't the black ones get married? Because the white ones get married every week.
Because we start to feel like, and I say we because I was part of it, we start to feel like, you know what? What's gonna make me happy? It's a false reality, trust me.
Okay.
But what you start to tell yourself is what's gonna make me happy is if I do me. So I'm gonna follow my dreams, I'm gonna do this, and the right man is gonna come along, right? And you feel that way, and you continue to tell yourself that, right? So you almost are willing to either settle for what you know you don't deserve, which is getting cheated on, or, I mean, if Halle Berry got cheated on.
But Halle Berry is crazy, so I've heard.
Okay, crazy or not, but she Halle, okay? If Beyonce can get cheated on, how do you cheat on Beyonce?
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
So I'm just saying,
True.
to me, I'm starting to feel like with black women, we are like kind of angry. It's an anger that comes from.
So we're like, forget it.
Deep rooted, yeah, it's just like, I'm cool. Like, it hurt me once, shame on you. Hurt me twice, shame on me. Hurt me 3 times, and I'm out the game.
So why do you think the white women get married every week, though?
You want to know why? Because there is I'm not gonna say that.
No, yes you
I'm
can.
gonna
Yes
pass
you
that on,
will.
'cause
You
I'm
will
gonna say
take a drink and say it.
What do you think?
No, let us say it.
You gonna say it first, and then you gonna say it.
Well,
Let us say it.
You know what I think? I think that there is a level of submission and understanding that a white woman has that black women are so pressed to make sure that they ain't. I'm not her. So it's like, it's sad, but we're sadly giving our men away because we are so hurt in our hurt that they see that coming a mile away. They are calling us the angry black women.
We're gonna throw that to one of the men in here that want to speak. Who got something on that? Amy, you want to say something?
Mr. Joseph?
yeah, because he's our guest, so let's.
Yeah, he is
let's
our
say
guest.
this
You
is-
had an opinion.
You go and
Say
I'm
what you
gonna
gonna
go on what
say,
you
and
gonna
then
say.
let him say. Go ahead.
That's interesting. I felt like I was the person that wasn't saying anything. I was just really calm with my circumference.
Your demeanor says something.
You know what? I feel a whole bunch of things, so I'm just spitting it out. I feel like, first of all, black women in this country have never had the support that they really needed from black men. Part of that is because of the systematic oppression. When have we really been able to protect our women the way that we would even want to? Even as black men, if we had to say, at what time with our history here on this
This point.
in this country, how have we really been able to protect and provide without that being snatched away from us, without laws changing? A lot of times we've even dealt with mass prison incarceration that just totally destroys our are a family. Because of that, I feel like black women have had to make families work. They've definitely dealt with our pimp stages,
Fatherless.
fatherless homes, and us feeling that we are players and pimps and gigolos and all type of distractions away from building a true family, and a foundation. Because of that, there are women that have been that have gotten their education. There are women that go after their passions, after their
just
dreams,
push
that
through.
are supreme business women, bosses, queens, goddesses, and I feel like a lot of black men haven't stepped up. So there could seem as though there are a limited amount of supply. It could seem like that if you're looking for someone doing exactly what you're doing, doing the same playing field, you know?
You think
I
that's
also
success?
feel like there's a victimization part there of feeling that because you've been hurt once, you've been burned, scalded by relationships with men that you chose. It was a choice. You chose. And if you have a child by that man, you chose that man. If you're a baby mother, but you're still a good woman, but you feel like you were burned, sometimes that does play into the next relationship, and it does kind of jade the way that the next person has to deal with the consequences of the last relationship. I feel like there is so much hope when I look at black men, now that we have a social media where we can see actually not, just the media portrayal of black men, but you can really see black men graduating at an astounding rate. You can see black men loving their
fathers.
children,
Families.
their fathers.
Yeah.
I think that there's a new narrative in that we don't have to look at the negative, that women don't have to look at a victimization, and I'm not saying that most women are victims, but I feel like there is sort of, you can start looking at a certain way of looking at things that doesn't help us, doesn't help where we're going. So that's how I see it as a whole kind of.
Do you think the success of the black women in Hollywood, do you think that plays a factor too as to why they might be single? Because we're talking about a lot of dope black women.
Well, that's what I was about to say.
Tracy Ellis Ross, she's amazing. Why is she single?
Yeah, I was about to say.
We also have to think, some people don't fit into the narrative of a traditional marriage. I feel like you have to buy that whole package. Even for men these days, that if someone is extremely successful, they have now kind of stepped out of some of the ideas or some of the trappings of this is how your life should be within certain boxes. They already see outside of that. So I think we also need to look at the free will and the choice and the freedom of being able to choose how you actually set up your life as
I
well.
think we also have a false reality too, though, now, because, with social media and how much things are pushed in our face, it's like so many people feel like since everybody they're looking at on their timeline is pregnant, my turn is up, or she's married now, so I should be married too. We have the reflection of what we're seeing is that I feel like a lot of people are starting to question themselves in their own lives, just strictly based on what they see on social media. Even with me, when I chose to get married, it was not of course I grew up wanting to have a fairy tale wedding, but when you meet the person that you love, none of those things even matter anymore. We just got married, on some, we'll deal with the consequences later. Let's just get married, because if we know what we're doing this for, that's what matters. It's the unity, it's the union between the two of us. It's not the perfect wedding. It's not 1 million people at the wedding. It's not the beautifulest, most extravagant dress. It's really you and that person making a commitment unto God and unto each other and saying, this is my truth. This is what it is for me.
Well, here's an interesting thing about the whole dynamic of, what we're talking about. Not just within Hollywood, but 70 or 75% of all successful black women are single.
Yep.
Now, you put that into Hollywood, where everybody's looking at you. The thing is, those women, all right, so they get successful, and who do they start dating? They start dating other successful black men that are that, like you say, got the women all around them, blah, 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 boom, boom.
Or they do like Serena and catch that billionaire white man.
Right, but here's the thing.
We also gotta look at what we also gotta look
You've
at
now
what
opened the curtain for me,
success-
bro.
what successful means.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Exactly.
You're gonna still deal with the bullshit. Can I say shit? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna still deal with the cheating, the infidelity. Like your chances are very high
Yep.
that you're gonna deal with that with the people that you are going after and trying to date. Now, when the regular dude come up to you,
Yep.
like,
I love that.
hold on. When the regular dude,
What is a regular
Let's go.
dude?
Let them have it. Let them have the floor.
What's the
No,
difference between a regular dude
let me
and a
finish.
successful
Let me
dude? Give
finish.
that
He gonna say,
when the target supervisor be like, yo,
Not
what's
the
happening?
target supervisor.
What's happening, Sinai? What's happening? You know, what's going on? Boom, boom. They don't want to give him the
Nope.
time of the day.
Not one
It's
drop.
funny because all the successful black men
Not one drop.
in Hollywood,
Drink your bath
all
water.
the majority of successful black men in Hollywood that are married they got regular chicks. They got regular, and when I say regular, I mean chicks
Amin's like,
that
my
are
chick ain't
away
regular.
from
Day to
the
day, 9 to
industry.
5.
They'll get a 9 to 5.
Day to
They'll
day,
get
9
a
to
chick
5.
that don't have no job.
Yeah.
They'll get a chick that work at McDonald's that's
Yeah,
bad.
all day.
They don't give. They don't care.
So we having
y'all-
a conversation about superficial people and we
No, we're talking. No. We're missing the point.
We worrying why superficial people ain't married?
Stop.
No, but it's not about being super. No,
It's not.
You're
He's
asking
explaining.
about the
You're
women
asking about why a
Well-
powerful woman. Yes. Why a
yeah.
powerful woman
are single.
are single. It's
That's
real.
why.
It's something, and
Sound like
everything
we
is
saying they
different.
superficial.
They don't want to date. They want to date.
They want to date somebody with equal value or more.
or
They don't
more.
want to date the
You can't
ordinary
speak
guy.
for all of
Why?
them, though.
Why
You
not?
can't speak for all
Because
of them,
well,
I can speak for 70% of them.
yeah.
Only 70%.
Okay,
I
I'm
don't
gonna tell you.
think so.
Come on, man.
I have something to say with this though. That's so funny.
Except for Mary J. Blige.
No,
She's an
I
exception.
have
Right,
a lot
and
of-
Jennifer Lopez.
I think we sleeping on. I think we're sleeping on powerful, quote unquote, successful women as though they didn't have to climb the
Get
ladder
there.
of success
No, it's
harder
not
than
about
us.
that. That's not what we're
and
talking
that
about.
they didn't deal
It's not the
with
subject matter.
dudes on their level from the precipice
I
of
feel
that.
you, Trey.
They had to deal with.
You asked
They had
the
to do,
question,
at
answer.
15, they was dealing with dudes, and they was dealing with older dudes in their face.
Yeah.
They was dealing with dudes at
Yeah.
20. They were dealing with dudes when they were getting that education,
Yeah.
when they were building the empire that they have. And you telling me amongst all of those dudes that they were only looking at successful dudes, that they've never ran
talking about
across a
Hollywood.
janitor, or a dude in a club, or a dude in a library, or a dude, you telling me all that time those sisters that we respect on the level of successful and moguls?
Because we don't know
talking
but we
Hollywood.
don't know who
We
they
talking
date behind the
Hollywood.
scenes. What we don't know is who they date behind the scenes. That's what we don't know. Because
True.
even Taraji said
They be
this.
sleeping on.
When Taraji got engaged, I watched the interview, she said that a dude don't deserve, famous or not, whoever I'm dating don't deserve to walk a red carpet with me or do nothing with me if there's nothing on this finger. She was like, I don't care who you are. I'm Taraji. So she was like, at the end of the day, it's about this right here. And if you notice, you never heard who she was dating or what she was doing until recently. And this is the same dude that asked her to marry him. He just so happens to be a retired football player. But literally, you've never heard of who Taraji was dating. She's been in the game for like 20
She
years.
has a child.
And she got a 17-year-old son.
Prior to her
That dude is
getting on.
And her dude ain't
No,
famous.
prior to her getting on.
But what I'm saying is, regardless of the fact, she's somebody.
I don't
who,
like it.
But what
It's-
I'm saying, but hold on. What I'm saying is, regardless of the fact, she's somebody who never publicized who she was dating. So you would know if she was dating a janitor or if she was dating Diddy. You
But
wouldn't
you
know
know what's
that.
the
Brothers
problem?
be having
I know
excuses.
Taraji.
I know.
about
That ain't
that.
excuses.
know.
It's putting myself in a
Brothers be
position.
having excuses.
If I'm working at Starbucks and I'm a cute dude with a great heart and I'm doing the best
you
that I
can get
can,
chicks.
But
I can get chicks on my page. I can't. Taraji, she ain't gonna look at me. That's a lie. You know it. If you said Taraji's like, oh, he cute,
Yeah,
but
but-
you get wrong.
Guess what?
Stop.
Guess what? I gotta take everything
Where if it's
back.
reverse, if I see Keisha and Keisha's cute and I got money
You
out of
gonna fuck
control,
with her.
come here, baby. Let's put that Starbucks hat down. I
Yeah,
got you.
I got
They don't
you.
go both ways. Stop playing.
True. Okay, but I have
If
to
there's-
really,
go
I
ahead.
have to say something. I hear all of that, right? Because the funny thing is I actually used to be one of those girls who was successful and was like, what do you do? What
Exactly.
can you do? But that was just built into my mind because it's sad to say, but I'm born and raised in LA, the most
Right.
superficial
We're,
town
and we're
in
not
the
saying,
world.
and guess what? We're not saying that. We're answering
I'm
the question.
actually- I'm
When
telling
you
you
ask the
why.
question about all these powerful
So do you think as you older, do you think, because I know my mentality is different than it was when I was 20, I'm 37 now. So these women are like late 40s going on 50. Do you think their mentality is still the same?
I think it's changing, because like, well, dang,
that's what I'm saying.
When I'm dating, like he said, these guys with the equal value or more, who are powerful and doing their things too, you have a higher risk of them living like kings, like you said, being players or whatever the case may be, and cheating and infidelity and cutting up. Right. You have a higher risk of that happening. Yeah. It can happen to a dude who's working at the Honda dealership too. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. But it can happen too, but at the same time,
some of the numbers of
the risk of it is far. They're not throwing it at the Honda dealer guy. Right. They're not throwing it like they are when you're successful and you're an athlete and you're a rapper and you got all this and you're an actor. They're not throwing it like that. Yeah, you still can pull chicks, but you're not really pulling them at that magnitude. So for you to say no with no, and you're blocking all this talk box is a lot harder than the guy who's like, hey, I just love me some Taraji, man. And you know what? I found gold. I ain't budging.
I think if I blow up Shuwaita now at 37, I think, because I did everything. I think if I blow up Shuwaita now at 37, I would pick whoever. No, I'm telling you. I feel like right now, if I did, I would scoop whoever I wanted to date because I got the money.
That's what I said. That's the logic. That's the logic.
And my thing is this.
That's where I'm at now at 37. I'm a scoop you because I can and I will.
But you know what though? The difference
and it's fine.
Is this. When I met my husband, I will never forget. The reason I knew he was my husband, he was the first man in my entire life. Shout out to my brother. He was the first man in my life, okay?
He checked you?
Who did not care to display to me what he had. It did, even though I cried, because I was that girl. Well, what you got? Because my husband is from France. He's not from LA. So when I met him in LA, he didn't say like, oh, look at my car or look at my business, and I cried, okay? Because every bit of me was like, so what you do? He was very, because at the end of the day, his thing was, you either gonna like me or you don't. And that was the reason the man got me, because I've never ever had a man treat me that way. Well, he actually
didn't lead with his pockets.
He didn't care. So you choose me because you like me. And guess what? I chose him, went and saw his whole situation and was like, dang, he actually was everything I would have wanted. But I wouldn't have gave him the chance until I had been hurt so many times that opening myself up one more time couldn't hurt me. But I was looking at that age, 29, for something different. Exactly. And he showed me that by not displaying everything he had, for that to be his way to get me. I'm used to that.
And the thing is, look, some of these women, the older they get, they start, what they standards started like, okay.
They don't even know their standards aren't slipping.
No, it ain't slipping. They just like, but this is what they think. I don't fuck
they're
every
getting
celebrity,
not even that.
Person, or I done dated everywhere, whatever. And I'm talking from experience, because when I was working at T-Mobile, I had all the celebrity chicks coming in there. And let me tell you this.
Dated any celebrities.
I was bagging them. I was bagging them, not off the strength of, I was doing comedy.
Because you could fix that phone.
But it was the fact that, well, like you say, you could still pull girls. I've always had game and know how to make women laugh and do what I do.
Absolutely.
But, so it was never a problem for me to get it, but I always put myself as a special kind of guy. Meaning, I'm in that other.
Self-esteem is high. Self-esteem is high.
But I still see it from both perspectives. I still get it. You know what I mean? I still understand, like, okay, y'all ain't really checking for the quote unquote regular.
Amin just doesn't believe
it. Dude.
This shit is quote unquote. But Amin, are you?
This shit is about marriage, man. What the fuck are we doing here, man? What happened to us, yo? First of all, I saw some shit online the other day. That was like, nerdy dudes are mad because black women, Keisha, Shaquandra, didn't fuck with them back in the days, and now you looking stupid, Shaquandra.
Cause he the
I'm a tech dude now.
And I'm worth $1 billion.
I'm that dude, I'm Black Bill Gates, and
Serena got it. She knew.
Let's be real. And listen. This is a scary planet. Most of the shit on this planet is here to fucking kill us.
Yeah.
And it's just because of our innovation and us being able to stay here that we able to be here without some lions fucking us up or some crazy bacteria or some shit. Right?
Some crazy
part
bacteria.
of that, brothers, is that you're gonna have to learn to adapt. Even the way that I am, I realized like, oh, if I was growing up right now, I couldn't have what my father taught me to be a man. It's different. It has evolved. And if I don't stay with the times and realize that times change, things change, that so guess what, tech dude? It's your time right now. Shut the fuck up about the past and go treat the beautiful woman that you like, that you love from way back. She's ready for you
She's
now.
ready, yeah.
Go date her and be a great man to her. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
About that we were supposed to worry about that you got this when you was young. You had to get your shit up. It helped you. That's a way to look at it. Maybe one other way to look at it, rather than being a victim of the past and trying to act like you're gonna treat someone dirty now, or someone needs to recognize how they treated you bad.
Nobody
That's
wants to have one of them moments when they blow
looking
you
at things, and it definitely ain't the old school man way of looking at things.
Agreed.
Cut it out.
Agreed.
Step up.
Okay, we're gonna clap that up because we gotta. Okay. And then I just want to say something. Congratulations
Thank
on your
you.
new bundle of joy.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's new. She's a new baby girl.
Congrats.
Well,
And she's super
well,
new.
Khalid.
Do you have?
Oh, what's her name?
Azana Khalid.
Oh, that's pretty.
I like to say it like it's like Azana Khalid, like she's part of Wakanda.
She's the Black Panther
Azana
lady.
Khalid.
Yeah.
That's your first?
That's my first child.
Yeah, he had with his wife.
Congratulations.
welcome to the
And he's
club.
newly married too.
I know.
He's newly married too, right?
Yeah,
How long you been married?
congratulations.
Yes.
You're newly married, right?
Newly married. This
Yes.
year.
Oh wow.
Yes.
So you
That's
off the market,
amazing.
man. So
Yeah.
you
All
know.
day.
Yeah, he got that ring. He
And
repping.
you know what's so funny about that gold ring? So when I first went and looked for my husband's ring, right, I was like, he probably want like a few little diamonds in it or something. I brought this man this ring and he was like, babe, yeah, the real men wear like solid rings.
First
Oh, she got a little diamond.
Let me see what you got there,
I actually got a story too though.
It's who likes what though?
No,
He was so mad
happened
I
to me
brought
too.
him that.
It was actually the opposite. No, it's the same thing. My wife, when I first,
Don't fill everybody up.
I don't need nothing fancy. Just give me a band and I'll be cool. Whether it be platinum or whether it be silver, whether it be gold, just whatever. Don't need nothing. Just be simple.
Oh,
And
what's
she
this?
said,
Oh.
that ain't you. I was like, yeah, but I mean, I'm spending all the money doing yours. This is where I can save some money. I don't really need all that.
Yeah.
And she said, well, it doesn't hurt to look. So we got to look into whatever the case may be. And sure enough, she was like, try it out one. I put it on and I was like,
Yeah, but yours is still.
I like it.
Still, here's the thing. First of all,
A wedding band should definitely, I think, reflect
Like you.
You know what I mean? And like when I brought that to him, I don't think that it was that he didn't like it. He just felt like for him and his style on an everyday thing,
Yeah,
he's
when
like,
you think
I'm
of-
a gold bander. Like
When you
that's
think
it.
of diamonds, you think of girl's
Yeah.
ring. You don't think about guys. Even me, like I always remember, seeing guys.
It looks good though. Looks good on you.
Mine. I was like, I can do that. It ain't,
it's
it
fly.
ain't.
And you've been married for how long?
This will be my second year. The
Oh,
second year
no, we all
anniversary.
newlyweds around here.
Yeah.
I ain't married.
You already had 2 years, right?
Yeah, just
Yes, in April. Yeah.
17th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we attended the wedding. Well, I did.
Yeah.
Okay, so since we're talking about marriage, question: why do we teach? Because this was on Beyonce's album. It's a question I would love to ask you guys. Why do we teach women to aspire to marriage and not men? Like, who are we marrying? Or, like, who are the women gonna marry? Because they always tell a woman to get married and those things. They tell a man you should be a player and have as many bitches as you can. And
Who says that?
no, that is a norm.
I was never-
Yes.
I was never
I
taught
think
that.
that's a myth.
I think
And
it's
it
different.
depends
No,
if you
guys,
raise
it's
mo-
different. It's not that. I'm sorry. TD Jakes did a special on it. It's
Mm-hmm.
called He Motions. It's phenomenal. Okay?
Emotions.
He Motions. He, H-E, motion, okay? And he was very specific. He said, young girls are taught to play with Barbies and dolls and
yeah, I remember
babies,
that.
okay? Men are taught, young boys are taught to be strong, get up, don't cry. You're a man, be strong. They're taught to not have an emotional tie to feelings. You know, the first thing you tell your kid, get up, boy, you better stop crying. You ain't no
Wipe your tears, don't you cry.
wipe your tears. You
Yeah.
a boy, you don't cry. And that was kind of the way young men were raised. So they over there with no emotions playing video games.
Detached.
Okay? They playing video games. So imagine why women's favorite saying is men play games because it comes from childhood. It's
A word.
been instilled. And women, we want to be married and mothers since we first get a doll.
Not me.
But that's what they want. You know,
You know what
that's
I'm
what
saying?
they're
Yeah,
selling
I
to
want
us.
it, but I'm saying that wasn't, my mother didn't instill that in me. She didn't instill me to be a wife and a mother. She instilled me to have my own. She instilled me to be able to take care of myself and to be able to take care of my family and children if I so choose to have them. But it wasn't like,
It all depends who raising you. You know what I mean? It all depends who raising you. If you know, raised by a single mother or you
wasn't
got
single,
women
though.
in your life,
I'm married,
she's
though.
going to teach you to be a certain type of dude. If you raised by your father, depending on what kind of father you got, he's going to teach you to be the kind of father he is. So if he's a player, he might teach you how to be on some player shit. But if he's a good man or a man that, you know, settled down, whatever, he's going to teach you that too. So it's not that men are brought up in society like, yo, you got to be a player, don't get married, nothing like that. That's not
It's
the
a
case.
lot of men
It's
I
in
know
a
that don't
woman's
wanna get
nature.
I also think
it's
it's
by
innate.
nature to take
I
care.
also think it's innate. I think it's also,
Yeah.
it's not just how you're raised and how you're taught. I think for the most part, it's inside. It's just one of those things. It's just instilled. It's just a part of being a male or a female. I mean, even the emotions, this misconception that men don't feel. Look.
we know y'all
We may not
Look at
feel.
the jail
no,
system.
we know y'all
it's
feel.
like
I know y'all feel. Y'all more emotional than
you know
us.
what I'm saying?
Okay.
We can be, exactly. But I mean,
jail
But
system.
you're not taught
Y'all
to
act out.
embrace that side of you, especially black men. You're not taught to be
oh no.
a sissy the way you would be looked at. You
Right.
know, you see a little boy cry, and I've done it my whole. I've seen it around. Yeah, you better toughen up. You better wipe them tears. You ain't no.
Yeah.
And I think that's wrong.
I need a man
It's
with
terrible.
feelings. I need with
You gotta
feelings.
feel.
I am not a psychic. I cannot read your mind. I do not want to do telepathic conversation. Nigga, if you do not open your mouth and talk to me, we have a
I was
problem.
raised in a house full of women, so I have no problem. If
I
I'm
know
an actor,
you
I have no
don't.
Yeah.
problem with dropping a tear.
I know
Me either.
I have
you
no
don't.
problem
Yeah.
with being vulnerable whatsoever.
Wesley, you've been on TV my whole life.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
That's very true.
My whole life.
Before he became,
Saturday mornings with
before he
Wesley.
became my best friend, I was like, I used to
No
sit there as a
way.
kid and be like,
No, Wes, I grew up with you Saturday morning.
Yeah.
What show was that?
It's City Guys.
Yes!
Yeah, City Guys.
That was my show Saturday
isn't that crazy?
morning,
I used to
y'all.
watch it too.
I
It's
mean,
funny.
that's
And then
one
they end up
thing
being your
I can
bestie.
say.
You end up,
But
you
that-
know
but
what I'm
that's
saying?
Hollywood.
I mean, that's what it is. And so, like, if my mom was like, and every now and then it would be like, hey, you know what? Because she didn't know how to teach me to be a guy. So every now and then she
Your
would,
mama G, though.
hey, cut it out. Enough of
Yeah.
that. You know, but she wouldn't like beat me up about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, she
Yeah.
wasn't,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Stop
overbearing
crying for
about it.
punching your chest. Yeah, she
Bro,
didn't.
one time I got stung by a bee. My mom was like, "Don't cry." I was like, "Mama, this ain't like." But I think I was crying for like a week straight about some bullshit. Just every time something happened, I was crying. She was like,
It
"What?"
flare up.
So the time that I really was supposed to cry, she was like, "You know what? You better not." I was like, "Mom, I got stung by a
You gotta use up all your cries.
I used up all my cries one time with my mom. She's like, "You better not cry right now." I'm like, "Fuck."
Before we shift into Wesley's segment, I got a question. One more question. This relationship dish. I know my time is running. Why do you think women don't get caught cheating as much as men do?
You're just better at it.
We don't cheat. We don't cheat. Let me tell you when a woman
You
cheats.
see how I laugh real aggressive like
No,
that?
we don't cheat. I'm gonna tell you when a woman cheats. A woman's cheat,
Oh, we
and
cheat.
trust that. A woman's cheat will always be to get back at you. If your woman love you, your woman ain't cheating, and that's the real. But when you start cutting up,
Yeah, we know that.
you start cutting, and I know, I'm telling you,
We know that.
and if she's
I
cheating
agree
on
with
you and she love you, then she ain't.
What if she's a hoe?
That's what she is. I didn't want to call her that
Right.
because I'm trying to.
No, but some
that's what it is.
Because it's Monday. I woke up. I am
But
ready
see,
to
why
cheat.
even cheat? Why be with him? You ain't got to be with him.
So
Same
why
thing we asked, why do
women
men
don't
cheat?
get caught cheating as much as men? I guess that means most men ain't up on their shit. Because
Y'all
let me
don't
tell
pay
you
attention to
something.
detail. That's the problem.
When-
Men don't pay attention to
No,
detail.
well-
Women are very detail oriented. That's just how we are by our
I
nature.
knew,
So
I
we
knew
pay
when my
Have you
girl
been
was
cheated on?
Yeah, I'm just about to tell you.
I was gonna say.
I knew when my
You knew she
girl,
cheated?
when my son's mother was cheating on me.
You just blast out. What's her name? Say
I
her
ain't
name
gonna
real
say her
quick.
name.
Say your name,
I gotta see her June
When
1st at my
Trey's
son's graduation for high school.
But you already said your baby mama. So when Trey's son, baby mama, was cheating on him.
I
Go ahead.
knew I knew it. Why? Because I knew her. Well, first of all, I was seeing all the evidence. I was like, oh yeah.
The question is, was you cheating too?
At
there
that
it is.
particular
There it
time,
is. He said,
at that particular
Had
time,
you.
no.
Had you.
At
That particular time.
Yeah.
Had you, and did she find out?
No.
She might have.
Hey,
I'm being for real.
Can we go to that?
I'm
Can
serious.
we talk about that, Staci?
Let me tell you why.
They love that thing.
We don't know.
But yo,
They love
I'm
that.
going to tell you
They
why.
love that.
I had
She did
just
know.
moved to Maryland, so I didn't have any girls in my pipeline
You want to know something crazy?
because I
I'm
had
about
just
tell y'all a
moved to
story.
the new
His
state.
pipeline was empty.
So my pipeline was empty.
No. My homegirl caught her man cheating like this.
I don't know if I can catch it. If I catch it.
He didn't know every single message he was sending was also being sent
To her?
on his iPad.
No, ma'am.
So while
Nope.
she at home scrolling, thinking she don't know.
That's like
Yeah,
text.
but she over there and she's not only scrolling, boo, she's watching every single message that comes through and you send out. And she never told him.
Got him.
It was time.
He's at home. While he's dealing with a side piece.
I had an ex-girlfriend I used to call the cloud.
Oh,
Because she could catch anything in the cloud.
I hate you, man.
Anything in the cloud.
Yeah, I had one of those too.
Yeah.
Yo, my baby mom straight. She straight disrespected me when I caught her cheating. God, the dude was in the crib.
Whoa. You walked in on it?
And you ain't in jail?
Yeah.
That
and,
is
but see, I'm a G. I'm a G. So let me tell you, I already knew the shit that I'm a G by my. If I know I've done some shit, I'm gonna be cool. You know, I don't got no problem
That's
with the
different.
dude.
I like that. That's
But
different.
she got disrespectful because at the
that
time
too?
I ain't had no tires on my car.
I hate you.
And so my car had got fucked up, and I had
Why you
the
no
tires.
tires, Trey?
I had the tires in the house. so when I went to the house and I caught the whole shit, and I was like, and she all in my face. She act like she done caught me cheating. She just yelling at me, calling me all type of shit. I'm like, yo, I'm about to leave. Just give me my tires, because I had got the tires fixed, but I
Nigga, what tires?
had to go put the tires on my car, so the bare tires in the house. I said, yo, just give me my tires so I can get out of here. She took my tires and rolled the motherfuckers out the door. My tires rolling down the damn street. I'm running after my motherfucking tire like, you motherfucker. You know you the tire wobbling. I'm trying to catch it.
And you wobble.
And people driving like, hey man, there's a tire running. I'm like, look, I see the tire, man. You know, get the tire for me, man. She just
I done kicked them things out.
I caught her, man. I caught her. And from that point, you know, but I didn't trip, yo. I was just like,
They can't hear you.
calm.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
And I just want to know, just because you are, you know, really doing your thing in Hollywood right now and killing it on the show, what is it like? How has marriage been for you in this period of your life, being newly married?
It's still new. It's still new. And
No, you don't
with
really-
the addition of my daughter,
Yeah.
it's been enriched in a way that I couldn't even imagine. There's new possibilities and there's new things that I realize every day that deepens love, that deepens bond and connection in a way that I couldn't quite realize. I was up to the journey, but you know, along the journey, you get to stop and admire what can be, what is, and that's beautiful for me right now. Just you know, it's really beautiful, and also the woman aspect, you know,
Of the woman, the wife, yeah.
I just watched a woman go through childbirth.
Yeah.
And
Have you ever watched? I've watched it in real life.
seen it,
Oh
yeah.
my
I've done it
God.
twice, trust me.
it's-
Did you watch her give birth? I watched my sister-in-law give
That's
birth.
amazing.
Did you cut the cord?
Yeah, I cut
Yeah.
the cord.
He's the
And,
man.
it is. It's just amazing
Well,
to
she
watch.
have a long labor.
It was about 12 hours, which I don't think is actually that long.
Yeah,
Fortunately.
yeah.
But I'm not a big dude on advice, but we are in the age of medicine and technology. Epidural is the thing.
You best get it. You best get it.
Let's get the stop.
You best to get it.
Shout out to them, right?
Shout out to the
If
epidural.
we can make epidural like chewables,
Yeah, yeah.
so we can get those before,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
let's let's just make it smooth. You know what I mean? No
I
need for
literally
the-
almost killed him.
Yeah, no need for men
How
to get
son
cursed
look.
out. We should get that together. You know?
So you got two. So you got two
Yeah.
kids.
I have
Rock
two.
has
I have a
two.
4-month-old and I have an almost 2-year-old.
Only thing I can tell you guys is to cherish. My son is graduating high school. My son is 18 years old. The only thing I can tell you
Y'all
guys
go
is
to the
to
club together.
Don't go to the club together. You better not.
shout out to Bryce
Hey,
Tyree.
guys.
Cherish every and you too.
Listen.
Cherish every moment.
It goes by fast.
Because when I see it, it's so cliche, but
It is,
the
but I hate
shit
it. Yeah.
goes by fast.
Yeah.
I literally remember being able to see, and my son had the C-section. I remember just being there. Remember when he was a baby. I remember the first time I tried to feed him and change the diaper on back. Remember like it was cherish every moment because every day something new.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah, which is a beautiful thing. We're not engaged every day.
Yeah.
You're able to see that things are going on even with us.
I wanna do it.
You wanna do it? You're next. We are going to put it
You're gonna find
in
somebody
the
safe.
I
air.
really just want to be a mama. I can figure the rest out. I just want to be a mama.
But you know what, babe? You know what? Did y'all hear what she said? I just want to be a mama and I'm going to figure the rest out.
No.
That partnership with who you go into that
It's important.
commitment with, who-wee, who
I know it is. My parents been married for almost 44 years, so I definitely understand it. But it's just like, I really just want to be a mama.
Nah, partnership.
we wouldn't be here if you was just a mama.
I know, facts.
Because it's hard.
Well, before we go on to the next one, let's take a small break, and then we will come back with Wesley's Why Do People Think It's Okay?
Thank you so.
Why do people think it's okay?
To be
It clear?
What is that, y'all? What is that?
other dudes.
They probably
and
did.
They couldn't keep you.
Hey, and we are back. And we are going to kick it off with Wesley's. Why do people think it's okay? What you mean you forget?
I always forget because I don't write them down no more.
I
just freestyle.
suggested you do.
Okay, so then the one I was thinking about, I do this segment called "Why Do People Think It's Okay?" And it can be anybody, male, female, whatever. Why do people think it's okay? Why do people think it's okay? And particularly, I saw it on your page, Trey.
You did something.
Why do people think it's okay to walk into a Starbucks, get highly upset at the service,
Oh my
pull down their pants
And
to show how upset they
dump-
are, and take a boo-boo on the floor of a corporate franchise?
Did you see the video? We need to cut to that video in post.
This is real.
Oh, you know where I was thinking you was going.
No, there is
Oh,
a
no,
video.
but I was going to go there too, but I decided this was new news.
That is
The news you talking about, the news you talking about I get, but this was, you boo-boo on the floor of a corporate
And they picked it up.
franchise situation. They picked it up
And
then you
threw
threw
it.
it at the employee.
You're lying. That's
And then wiped it and then threw the paper.
Wait, here's the thing. It wasn't art.
No, of
Oh,
course
hey,
not.
wait. Hey, wait. See, why do people? Wait.
Like whenever any shooting going
No.
on, I'd be like, what's it?
Hey.
Did we? No.
Wait. The first thing I did when I saw your video, before you said it, I said to myself, oh, thank goodness he wasn't that.
We ain't gonna do that though.
And you said it.
Our mama
That's not
told us
our
not to do
style.
that.
So wait a minute. What was
That
the
ain't our
extent
style.
That ain't
of
our
the
style.
We ain't gonna touch boo boo.
No, not even our own.
Why?
We don't even know
did this
because
happen?
it was muted.
It was
you don't
muted.
know.
All you saw was the
see-
visual.
Yeah, she was mad. She was doing all of this.
Oh, it was a
and-
lady?
Yeah, white lady.
Oh,
God, we
It
just
was-
the plot
It was a lady.
thickens.
Yeah, it wasn't a
an
dude. It
older
was a lady.
colonizer, and she literally
Pulled her
pulled.
pants.
She was
her
arguing,
pants
and then she
down.
stopped, pulled her pants down.
I'm doing it now.
Go
I
to
know
the
something.
She
stage.
pulled her pants down, did like this, and you could see. First of all, how you got boo boo on hand like
A
that?
hand like that.
she
Yo,
just-
I was saying the same thing. I was like, yo,
How you
wait,
just
you
ready
walked
to go?
in?
Yeah.
How do you ready to go like that on
How
command?
was
Like,
she and you watch it drop. She picked it up,
threw it behind the counter.
threw it,
Like an 8.
and the dude was like calling, like I guess the police. And then she got some tissue and then she wiped it and she threw that as well.
Oh, that's
Now, did
just
they bring-
We it cut off.
She
The
ran off and
the
cut off.
the
They ran-
Trey,
They didn't get her.
the train get cut off, so we don't
Oh,
know.
they didn't get her.
Go. It's
It's on there.
I'm talking
Yo.
for it though.
It's right here.
But
It's right here.
people like you think that's okay, bro? You in your mind,
I got it.
in your mind, you thought that was
That was
okay.
okay. You thought that
She
was
wants
okay.
to do a. She wanted to do a shit cop. That was so funny. Instead of a boycott, it was a shit
boycott.
cop.
You did a shit
That's
cop.
You thought that
hilarious.
was okay. No,
No,
man.
you ain't done. No, you ain't even there yet. But why?
You guys, she undid her whole.
Look,
You
watch
guys,
it,
she
watch.
undid her. Ew! Oh my God!
I used to live downtown LA.
Oh my God! You guys, this is this is.
It's
You gotta hear the commentary.
It's nasty.
It's awful. She's
Now, that's recent. That's like.
Yes.
It's like brand new. It's all, that's hot off the plate. You know,
Okay.
Y'all gonna show it too, right? So we
Yeah, make sure you follow.
What's your other?
I
What's
will.
your
I
other
got that. I can for more.
Trey Elliott, comedian Trey Elliott.
trailer? What's your other one?
You talking mega shit too.
Why do people think it's okay to be in their car and to dig in their nose when they ain't got no tinted windows? Now I know what you're saying. You're saying to yourself, it's their car, it's their nose, it's their
And nobody's
finger.
watching.
But listen, I can see you. Like at least
Right.
get some
You
dark
know I
tint.
can see you.
I can see you,
If
right?
you can see me, I can see you.
So please pick your nose behind tinted windows.
Behind the scene.
And don't do it just freely, like just clear up
So if you
windows.
look up in the rear view and you see a little flake,
Don't
you
get it.
ain't getting it.
You can't. You
You
like,
gotta
listen,
wait.
guts in the windows. You gotta wait.
Oh my God.
See?
Or you got that good shit. Yeah, no. And the family came right out.
Nah.
It came right out.
It's real.
It came right out.
That's what I said. Her ass, she had her ass. It came out so quick.
Quick.
Yeah.
She was waiting. She was nasty.
This is crazy. It's funny. It's a whole bunch of shit. But I just wanna.
Pun
I
intended.
just wanna. Yo, Waffle House, right? There was a brother that ended up
Yeah.
stopping a terrorist act, and they was killing like black
That's right.
people.
Yep.
Then we see a sister, for whatever reason, get all hemmed
Hemmed
up
up.
in a Waffle House. Then with the Starbucks, we see this situation.
With the
Then we see,
brothers,
then
We see this.
this. Yo, this is a psychosis.
Yes.
Yes.
If we like, I'm cool with it. You call me.
They would have shot us dead right there in Starbucks for that.
The media is able to make people do crazy stuff, and these particular people are willing to go out their way to show that there's no respect to the humanity that we have.
No.
Because she's not caught.
No.
If she been black,
She gone.
if she would have been
She's not
black,
shot. She not nothing. She just throwing shit like she the fucking
Shitty ass
Jerome day.
you
Yeah.
thought you actually defecated
On
in
the
public
whole
on the
Starbucks needs to be
floor,
on
and
fire. They need to
threw
just
it.
tear it down. The whole Starbucks has to be
That's
destroyed.
crazy.
They need to just take that Starbucks.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, that Starbucks has to go. It just.
I know the whole thing.
Starbucks tries to do their PR on this because I thought the dude did do pretty well, and with the general
with the-
saying like
yeah.
we're gonna take
With the brothers
some time.
and- yeah,
Like
yeah.
so, what are they gonna do here? Be like, okay, so anybody that really needs a shit, now that we've opened up, bathrooms for everyone,
Yeah.
and now you're shitting on the floor.
Yeah.
How are we gonna?
How
Starbucks
we
has
gonna fix
really
this?
been taking some heat lately.
Yeah.
I know.
Like they're in the media.
They
I
bad.
can't lie. Give me my Starbucks.
Well, that concludes my why do people think it's okay. I mean, those are the things.
Those are some outlandish. Yeah,
Alright.
the first one was just next level.
We're gonna switch to Trey's. He's taking over news that shouldn't be news. So
All right.
Trey's got news that should not be news. News that shouldn't even make the news. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Like that.
So I got
No, that shouldn't make the news. No.
Now this particular one should have made the news, but it shouldn't have made the news had the motherfucker stopped being so damn nosy. And that goes out to Jennifer Schultz.
Oh yeah, barbecue. Barbecue
Who
girl.
was that? Barbecue?
Call the police
The girl
on the
called the
barbecue.
barbecue.
Why does everybody have her
She's on
photo?
every
Dude.
single
How do we have her
meme.
photo?
That's me right
Yeah,
here.
she
It's amazing.
No, she's a new phone.
Yeah, that guy with the brother with the
She's a new phone.
glasses.
Or shine.
She's calling Dr. King on Dr. Martin Luther King. Got a picture of her Martin Luther King giving his speech. She calling on Dr. King.
You guys, what are they gonna do with her?
Crazy.
The internet is nuts.
They are.
Over.
Hey, did you see the one where? Hey,
everybody who
you see the
killed
one-
Cain,
You see the one
she
where she
did all
said, "Oh, we said, come quick. There, I see some scratching and surviving with a good time." That's my favorite one.
No, there was one with Michael Jackson though.
Oh,
And she
really?
was like, they keep asking if I'm okay.
Any okay?
So I'm glad it made the news, but had the motherfucker minding her business.
She wouldn't have made the news. It shouldn't even.
Meme in America.
It shouldn't be
What
news.
does she do with her life now?
But they said that she was on like some Greenpeace type, like she was trying to protect the planet.
Okay, calm down. Calm down, Becky.
Trying to flip it.
Y'all burning the fossil fuels and all.
Oh my God,
So
barbecue.
this is the barbecue one. This is not the Airbnb one.
No, it's the
Wait, what?
barbecue one.
You know, the Airbnb was Bob Marley.
for each corporation. There's a different.
Oh, I didn't know about that one.
This
This
is
is the
Airbnb?
barbecue. They having a barbecue.
Oh, Airbnb. I do remember. Yeah, he told me.
Bob Marley's
You're not the
niece
type.
granddaughter.
It's too much.
You're not the
Wave high.
It's
You
too
went
much.
high.
It's too much.
Yeah, I did see that.
What's your next one?
My next one is, okay, this teenager brings a cardboard Danny DeVito as her prom date in Pennsylvania.
And that made the news.
That made the news.
Danny DeVito.
Cause why? And why Danny DeVito? Did she?
They doing these things at proms of like roll up and funerals.
Somebody feel about
Michael B.
this.
Jordan, somebody need to cut out a mic and with blonde hair.
Yeah.
So let me
The
tell
prom stuff.
you,
What
it's
is
driving me
That's what I'm saying. Why Danny?
crazy
Me
right
too,
now
me
because
too.
My son,
Yeah,
his girlfriend goes to a different high school.
150,000.
Meaning,
How much you
that's
spend?
2 proms.
proms. Yeah.
I just had this thing on Facebook.
Two parties.
Two parties, two proms, two
Two rental
everything.
cars.
My daughter
Just
better
told
date
me.
one dude.
First of all, my son's still in driving school to get his license. Talking about he wanted a Tesla. I said, you better pass the damn Tesla if you want. You know what I'm saying?
He think more is Chestnut his daddy, huh?
Yeah, he
Got more.
right now.
He got the wrong
You want a
black
Tesla?
He came to
Okay.
Hollywood, took it to a couple of Jamie Foxx parties, met a couple of celebrities.
Like, oh, my dad
He had
died.
to get his hair cut one day. I said, look, go get $20 out my stash. Stash looking good right now.
Let him see it. Let's see how good Daddy doing.
I was like, he want Balenciagas for his.
So he said, oh, everybody said, oh.
So his mom called and was like, he need transportation. I can't find the transportation. The cheapest
Uber
I find
X.
is $500.
No, it
I
ain't.
said,
She was in on that.
hell no. I
That
said,
Uber X.
he needs an Uber.
Ex-talk.
He need an
She
Uber.
acted like the Uber thing was the most outrageous, craziest thing I could ever say. He said he had an Uber
But
X.
They have nice
He
Uber
actually
X's.
can
Uber
Uber
X, that's
XL. He can
That's
Uber
what I'm saying.
XL.
That's like $60. That's
I would do
fine.
the high class Uber.
Yeah.
You know, to
That's like $60. That's
And you
fine.
know he's there safe.
yeah, but
And
it's
you
like,
know you
well,
can
you
track
wanna
his
go
time.
here and go there. I said, he said, all my friends got this. I said, let me tell you something about all your friends. Ain't none of them rich. I don't know.
And these
I
are their
said,
parents.
they gonna go, the son gonna get turned off in their house.
Yeah, they,
I hate you. I hate you. Some gonna get turned off in
But
their house.
you know what my mom's favorite question is about this prom stuff is what are we giving these kids like to look forward
These
to?
elaborate proms, yeah.
Like, you
That-
spending $50,000 and you got rent every month. I don't
Yeah, I can't do it.
understand.
Daddy,
What's
daddy.
the point?
For a prom, where they
No,
gonna get
you guys-
pregnant and
you guys-
disappoint you.
wanna know something? And the sad part is that it's really not even for the kid no more. It's really for this social media.
sometimes it's
Do
creative.
it for the brand.
Creative and I fucks with
The
it.
creative part is cool, but
Sometimes
listen,
it's
man, we not about to do no Wakanda
Not
thing.
that coffin.
People did Wakanda forever.
No funeral, no coffin, and coming out the.
What? What?
I'm kind of more cool with you get the Fashion Nova suit,
Stupid.
and then you
The
throw
Fashion
the
Nova
roses and
suit.
Let's get creative.
You're not gonna call it
So,
a fashion
so
Nova.
his prom was in 19. So she called me yesterday and said, transportation 274. I'm like, huh? Let's still go with the
That's a
Uber.
flight.
Talk about what her dad ain't gonna want. Her
Don't nobody care about that.
I said, man, tell
Yeah.
him that
Pay
Price
for it.
dad is a D-lister.
Yo, game on, fam.
Left his game off.
Matter of fact, you pay that $275.
Matter of fact, tell him to call me.
Right. While you playing games.
Yeah, man. So the prom shit driving me crazy right now, man.
Yeah.
It really is.
Can I just ask an open, honest question? Because I've been having it with a lot of people, and from celebrities to normal, average Joes. This Kanye question, because I have a true, deeply rooted feeling about Kanye. But
Oof.
I would like
That's
to
gonna
hear
take us into a
other
dark place.
people's. No, I don't want, because it doesn't have to. I really want to know how do people feel about Kanye West right now, like currently.
Kanye is the type of he's an emotional guy that just he talks before he thinks.
I don't think he's crazy.
And now listen,
Not at all.
here's the thing. What he was saying had some truth behind it, but what happens is he will put
But I don't think he's crazy.
You
wrapped up. He will put truth wrapped up in camel shit. So he'll drop good gems, but it's in camel shit. You don't feel like digging through
you'll
all
miss
the
it.
bullshit.
Yeah, you'll miss it.
He think he has the power and ability to do something, like change something that's already cemented that can't change. Kanye the type of guy that he think he could wear a swastika, however you pronounce it.
He does.
Say it don't mean that.
Yo, it don't mean that no more.
He does.
I'm making it mean this.
He thinks
And
he's
it's
the
like,
next
no.
great genius,
don't know
which
what
is
a
genius, but he
It started with peace, but it was cemented as
in hate.
in hate.
Right.
Regardless of
The
when it
N-word was cemented
originated.
in hate.
And we say nigga.
Still call us.
Don't matter. You still,
Maybe that's what
Right.
Maybe.
Well, he.
But
listen.
I would like to hear I would like to see what people think,
Go ahead.
because everybody, this conversation has been the topic of everybody, because it is crazy what he's doing
It's
as a leader.
It's a conversation that will go on for eternity, and because we're running out of time, before we get up out of here, I'm gonna say, I do my failed segment, but we don't have much time, so I'm gonna give my one failed. It's a really extra one. I know it's gonna cause a little bit of conversation, but we gotta wrap it up. So I'm gonna say this. This is my failed. There's a 28-year-old woman who allegedly not only called her ex-lover a formidable 77,639 times in 1 week, but also texted him 639 times in 1 week and sent him 1,937 emails, 41,229 text messages, and 647 letters.
This is our dude.
She got a box.
She's a fail. She's crazy.
She put a
Anybody that takes the time. First of all, what did you do? Did you take off work all week?
Yeah, that's crazy.
No,
Did
she
you
took a
take-
bot. She put a bot on it. This is digital days. She threw a bot on
I believe it.
She wrote maybe 2 letters, and she botted up the.
So what about the 77,000 plus phone calls?
Yeah, it's a bot.
Yeah, that dick was that
Oh,
good.
yeah.
My man.
She had to pay for
I ain't
that.
mad at her.
Let's say she got the $100 special. threw the bot on it.
Let me tell you something.
It's impossible to make
If
that
she was a
nigga-
white girl who got arrested, she was in a mugshot like,
Probably saying
crying.
that shit in Starbucks. Yeah.
Same chick.
Let me tell you something. That is the ultimate feeling. If I call you more than twice and you don't answer, we don't go together no more. Like I just.
That's why
Could have been worse.
the brother just couldn't get
Could have been sleeping up, mopping up
Didn't have his shit right.
Something. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? We arguing. Not they was in a fight, and so she decided to take it to the crazy. He's lucky he's still alive. That's what happened. Then you killed him. That's what happens. That's the girl that kills you. Anytime you have a week to do that type of activity, you're the one who will end up killing him in his sleep or awake or whatever.
Chill.
No, nobody believes that.
Put that out there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's the girl that kills you. All right, so
Well, that's
Like if y'all didn't know, I'm trying to tell you.
that's the epic fail.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. She's in jail right now.
Damn.
All right, so let's go ahead. Everybody's Instagram, social media. Trey, you go first.
what's happening. Trey Elliott, Instagram comedian Trey Elliott, TREYELLIOT.
Amen.
Amin Joseph, you catch me anywhere on social media, Amin Joseph.
Right.
I'm in my drink. I am, sorry.
Oh.
I am Raquel Lee on social media.
Wes.
And Wesley Jonathan at WESLEY JONATHAN.
That's how thorough that was. Okay. I am Staci Harris at STACIL Harris. And also you can follow the Staci Harris Show. And you can also follow SH Entertainment. That is my other company. And,
For the show, Monday, May 21st.
Oh, sorry. Me and Trey, I am producing a comedy show hosted by Trey Elliott at Flappers in Burbank, Monday, May 21st at 7:30. Tickets are mad cheap, so you don't get a discount. They $5 pre-sale, 10 at the door. Don't ask me for nothing.
Pull up.
Come through, support. It's gonna be some great comedy. The show is called Reckless and Ill-Advised, and it'll be dope. All right, so we about to get out of here. I end with my closing line. To watch your dream unfold is a dream in itself. When your dreams seem insane, you are on the right path. Keep it 100, keep God first, and we are out. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, and shout out to Rock. Diddy, take this. Sponsorship, take that. Okay, we're not playing that song. That's not gonna work. Now, somebody, great uncle was doing that song. Yo, you gotta play that song for Amos so he can hear it. Yo, it's devastating.
Second night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.